Hey guys, how's it going? This is Imperius here, and today I have a different video for you guys. I know I haven't been posting a lot of Diablo videos because I've been a bit busy and a bit bored of the game, but when new legendary gems come out in the PTR, I will definitely get back into that and post a couple of new builds that I've been coming up with. But for today, I want to showcase a game, Maplestory, which I used to play when I was younger, and honestly it's still a ton of fun now. So I've been leveling up a paladin, as you can see, and she has been a ton of fun to play. And I just want to make this video as a showcase for the paladin skills. I haven't seen too many of those around on YouTube, and I hope that this would help inspire some of you to play the paladin and enjoy it as much as I have. So let's just get into the skills. Now, your first job skills are pretty much the same for everyone. You get slash blast, which is your mobbing skill. You would replace this eventually in the second job. Next we have Warrior Leaf, which just gives you like a flash jump, as you can see, just like that. So yeah, pretty cool. Next we have Iron Body, which is just a defensive skill, and it gives you a 20% increase in HP, so that's good as well. And finally we have Warrior Mastery. Now this gives you increased movement speed and 40% stance, so this is really good for first job skills. But now I'll move on to the second job, and this is where things start to get a bit different and start to get more interesting. So, hang on, just give me a sec. I don't like getting knocked by those guys. So, in second job you get two charges, Flame Charge and Blizzard Charge. These two work in coordination. As you can see, Blizzard's charge damage will be increased if the target is burning, and Flame Charge has a chance to burn the target. So, as you can see, you want to use them consecutively. So yeah, you want to max one of them first instead of leveling them up at the same time, because you get more damage that way. And next we have Elemental Charge. Now this is where the paladin really splits off from everyone else. Every time you use a different charge, you can stack up to 5 charges, and each charge gives you some bonus, some buffs. So most of the time when you're running around you have max of 5 charges. I don't think I can get 5 charges up here. I can try, but I don't think I can get 5 charges. Yeah, I don't think I can get 1. Yeah, I can't get any charges because they just die in 1 hit. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I can get it on her. Hang on. Oh shit, she's dead as well. Alright, forget it, but basically what the 5 charges do is they give you a buff. So, and they give you a buff and defense, so you definitely want to be more training with the 5 charges on, and usually they're easy to get, but it's just because I'm at a lower level place right now. But anyway, moving on, we have Page Order, which is basically the skill. Now this is a decent skill for second job, but you won't be using it much in third and fourth job, so don't max this out. Next we have Weapon Booster, just increases your weapon attack speed, max that out. Weapon Mastery, it just allows you to have a more stable damage. This is really good, especially when you, it just helps you hit more consistent damage. Next we have Final Attack. Now this is just a bonus to your damage, pretty cool. And Physical Training, which is just, again, some increase to damage. So nothing too special in the second job. And now we move on to the third job. In your third job you have Lightning Charge, which is a new charge, and as you can see, by using Blizzard Charge first and then your Lightning Charge will deal additional damage. But the thing about Lightning Charge is that it deals a lot more damage compared to all the other charges, so in third job and in fourth job I usually just run with Lightning Charge unless I'm fighting with a boss where I need to start using Blast and stuff like that, which I will get to in a second. But most of the time in third and fourth job you're just going to be running Lightning Charge, so max this out relatively early. Next we have HP Recovery. Now wait, I just want to show you guys how Lightning Charge looks like. It just looks like that, and Flame Charge looks like that, and Blizzard Charge looks like that. So Lightning Charge isn't the coolest looking one, but it's the highest damage, and damage is king. So anyway, HP Recovery, it looks like that. Basically what it allows you to do is instantly heal up 50% of your HP, and if you use this more than once in 15 seconds, every time you use it, its effectiveness will be reduced by 5%. So most of the time you need to use this once or twice. I don't use this that often, but it's a good skill to have. Next we have Rush. Now Rush is just your typical pushing skill, or whatever you want to call it, something like that. So it's pretty useful for grouping up mobs, and I definitely recommend it. You don't have to max it out, because combat orders here would max it out for you. Now as you can see, combat orders, what does it do? It increases your passive damage of Blizzard and Flame Charge by 70%, so that's pretty okay. But the main thing about it is that it gives an +2 to all skills, which means that you get additional 2 on your skills. Now not all skills can be maxed out, so keeping them at 18 would allow combat orders to actually max them out for you, so you don't have to max them out yourself. Now moving on, we got Threaten, which is just basically a debuff and increases your attack due to the fact that it decreases the enemy's defense. So it's pretty good. Use this on bosses mainly. Now Parashot Guard is something very special. Basically what it does is it increases the defenses of your party members, but at the same time it gives you 20 physical attack. Now with a paladin you have godlike defenses, so this really doesn't matter to you much. So definitely run with this up, and it's basically just a skill right here. Anyway, moving on, we have Shield Mastery here. Now Shield Mastery, what does this do? It gives you resistances and magic defense, physical defense, all the good stuff. And the thing about this is, in the past Paladins Shield Mastery only used to work with shields, but right now they work with secondary weapons, so going with a two-hander and a rosary would actually net you a lot more DPS, especially if you're not too funded and you're just looking for some cheaper items to buy. A two-hander will give you a higher damage range for sure, and go with a rosary. Alright, so moving on, we have Achilles. Achilles is just basically damage reduction with combat orders on. With combat orders on, it's at level 20, which is 30% reduce damage, so that's pretty damn nice. And finally we have Blessing Armor. I would max this out first, because this basically procs all the time. As you can see, it just procced. And what this does, it gives you increased damage and some special effect. So it's just a really strong skill, and I definitely recommend maxing this out first. And then basically whatever you want. Just keep Rush at its lowest. You can max Threat out, but you just gotta keep Rush at its lowest. It's honestly not used for the damage anyway. So moving on to your 4th job, this is where things get super interesting. You have Blast, which is your single target. And remember what I said about the elemental... okay, hang on, just give me... oh shit. Okay, I hit the wrong button, hang on. I think I can build it up. Oh gosh, it's just that... as you can see, I have 1 charge up. Now usually this stacks up to 5, and with advanced charge, which is here, basically gives you increased damage, and you can hit more with your skill, and you can have 2 extra lines. So normally you will only have 4 lines, but with this skill you get it up to 6 lines. So this is a really strong skill. I would definitely try to max this out first on the 6th job, on the 4th job. And yeah, with this skill, when you have 5 charges up and you use Blast, you gain a buff for 45 seconds when it's maxed, with some crit rate increases and ignore defense, as well as total damage increase. So usually when you're fighting pretty hard mobs, or you're in Monster Park Extreme or something like that, what you want to do is you want to hit Blast when your elemental charge is full, when you're up to 5 here, and then you want to use Lightning and Holy and rotate it all the way till you get 5 again, and then just spam Lightning. This is what I do. And then when Blast runs off, you just want to rinse and repeat. Hit Blast runs off, when the buff runs off, you just want to hit Blast again, and the buff will come back on, and you can just build up your charges and then just go with Lightning. So next we have Holy Charge. Now, the percent in this is a lot more than Lightning, but Lightning still does a lot more damage for some reason. I think it's due to like What is it due to? Sorry, it's due to this. I mean, lightning's damage gets buffed by this, but you don't really have to max holy that early on. So I would recommend maxing other stuff first. Now Magic Crush, this is something all warriors get. It's just a debuff. Use it on bosses. Sanctuary. This is just basically the hammer skill that you guys saw earlier. It's still on cooldown. It's not that good, honestly. Has a long cast time, and it's just mainly for the fun of it. Honestly, I don't really use it. I just use it for fun. Next we have Void Elemental. It might be called something in GMS, I think. But right here in Maple Sea, it's basically a 30% buff, as well as a 100% ignore enemies elemental resist, basically. So it's ignore 100% of enemies elemental resist, which means all your charges hit for the same, so to speak. They do the same damage. The damage they do is not dependent on the type of mob that you're fighting with. And it gives you a 210% increase to all your charges but holy charge. So this is why lightning is super strong. So max this out after you max advanced charge. Next we have stance, which is just more knockback resistance. It's pretty useful, but right now I have better things to add to. Maple Warrior. The reason why I don't add this is when I'm running in parties, mostly someone would have it covered and have a 30% one, which would totally outmatch mine, so I don't even use it. Hero's Will, yeah, it's just to heal you up kind of thing. Guardian Spirit is to revive someone. This is pretty useful. I should put a point into this. I've been meaning to, but I've been forgetting. It's really useful. It almost takes away the point of having a bishop around, because, well, the only thing they got on you is healing, but you bring to the table a ton of defenses for your team with Parashot Guard. So I don't know, paladins have great utility and they have good damage as well. Now here's Paladin Expert. This is where the class gets interesting, because with Paladin Expert you have to make a choice between using a sword or a blunt weapon. Now with a sword you get critical max damage 10%, and with a blunt weapon you get 5% ignore PDR, which is ignores enemies defense. So you gotta make a choice. I prefer swords just because, I don't know, I just prefer swords, and I've got a better sword anyway. As you guys can see, it's pretty okay. I got it with the set, and most of this character's gear is unfunded. Some of them has come from my main Phantom, but all the set items have been bought with the coins that I've been earning on my own, so that's really good. You can get pretty good range on your own as a paladin and do decent damage. And I've gone through advanced charge already. Now I don't have hyper skills because I'm still pretty low level, but that's about it with my paladin showcase. I want to start making a series where I level up my paladin to maybe level 200. It's gonna be called the road to max level, like max level 250. 200 maybe, if no one's even watching it, but we'll see. And basically I'll be just showing you guys where I train, what events I take advantage of, what I take advantage of in this game to benefit me. Anyway, if you guys want to see a series like that, leave a comment in the description below, and I'll be sure to have one out for you guys in the next couple of days. For those of you who came here for the Diablo, don't worry too. I will have a video out in the next couple of days, so you guys can look forward to that. It's gonna be a lightning build, which is really fun to play. Anyway guys, that's about it. This is Imperius, and you've just watched a Maplestory video. Thank you for watching.